Welcome to Our Wyld Life, where adventure, freedom, and the spirit of the West come alive. I'm Christy Titus, and I'm taking you behind the scenes into my own little piece of the world, centered in the rugged beauty of Wyoming. From day-to-day life on the ranch, riding and training horses and mules, to hitting the gym and shooting at my archery and gun ranges, and the rewards of homesteading, hunting, and the outdoors, all right here in my backyard. This is Our Wyld Life. It is a beautiful spring day here in Wyoming, and I've decided that I'm going to set up my 3D archery course today. It's a little bit windy, so I won't be shooting today, but I want to take advantage of this break in the rain, in the beautiful sunshine, and get this 3D course set up so that I can enjoy it during these summer months. So first of all, I'm going to try to set up my target span to where I have some angled shooting opportunities. So I want some down angles and then some slightly up angles. I want to try to simulate realistic shooting scenarios that I'd have here in Wyoming. For example, if I was spot and stalking mule deer. So it's a beautiful spot. You can see up the valley here. And I'm gonna go to work and put these targets out. I already have one target out. I put the elk out last week and did some shooting at it, which is in a cool spot. So I'm just gonna follow along. I've got 5 more 3D targets to set out, and the mules will probably freak out when they see them. But it's okay, I'm out here with my dogs, little Frank, yeah, Frank, yeah. And I even got Kruger. You ready to do this? Yeah, you ready? Let's go set target number 1. Ready, Frank? I want to keep these targets out of the bottom of this drainage because when it flash floods, which it typically does like once a year here, the water that runs through the bottom of these drainages is extremely powerful. So I don't want to put my targets somewhere that they are going to get swept into my reservoir and be dismantled. So I'm going to keep them out of the bottom, but give myself as much angle as I can while engaging the targets. So Kruger's gonna join us. Look at the old guy. He's like, I'm gonna come hang out with my mom, but I'm gonna do it really slowly. Poor old guy. So which one do I want to put here? We want to save the bigger one for that 70-yard shot. And I'm not sure which one's the biggest. So let's put the turkey out first. Here's my turkey target. This thing can be a real bear to pull arrows out of. I think it only takes 1. It takes 2 technically, but I'm just gonna put 1 in to the turkey. I think that'll be good enough. Let's see, I want a good angle from the hill, but out of the bottom. I can put it here. That gets me out of the bottom. The coyote. I could do the little coyote because that one's pretty small. I think the coyote, what's smaller? Let's evaluate the size of these things. So we have the coyote. The bear is gonna go with the far target because that's my biggest one. I think this is the pig. Yeah, coyote's smaller, so maybe we'll put the coyote here at the close one, because the turkey is real hard to pull from. Yeah, coyote will go here. The antelope's pretty big and the bear's pretty big for the farther yardages. Coyote it is. Ready, Kruger? What are you doing up there, Frankie? My mules are gonna come through here and be like, what in the world is going on? When I did that obstacle course at Bryce Canyon, there was this green roping steer with fake horns on it, and Lexi was like not having it. They're gonna come and see this and freak out. All right, now I need to measure the 2 legs. I guess that's pretty broadside. I'm terrified of snakes. If we see a snake today and I don't have my snake shot or my pistol on me, I'm gonna be so mad. We will have to find another way to kill it. I do have a sledgehammer. We could kill it with a sledgehammer. But that would require getting close to it. I keep hearing something back here. I'm like, all right, let's see how she fits. Here we go. That looks way better. Yeah. So I'll have a nice big angled shot, the coyote here, which should be, I don't know if I can get a range, but it should be like pretty close. Oh, that doesn't range there. Yeah, it's gonna be like 20, 25 yards. It'll be really close. But that's okay, because this is, like, you could easily shoot over this with how it's, especially how it's sitting. I almost wish I had it tilted the body, like if I could angle the pegs to where the body tilted back a little more. But it's just gonna be a tough shot. Looks good. All right, let's set another one. I'm gonna put the turkey here, which will be right around a 40-yard shot. And what I like about this is I have a little backstop here so that, in theory, I won't lose any arrows. All right, Mr. Turkey. The one thing I dislike about this turkey target is that when you do shoot it, your arrows are incredibly difficult to remove because it is a very dense target. Hence why I've barely shot it, and instead of putting it at 20, I stretched the distance on it, so hopefully my arrows have a chance to lose a little bit of energy before they impact and don't bury so deep in there that I can't get them out. 2 down. What'd you find, Frankie? Do you have a bone? So I kind of like this spot for a target because there's quite a bit of dirt surrounding it and not as much grass. Down there, the grass is pretty dense And I feel like if I put my target somewhere in here, it's gonna be a little easier to find arrows. Not that I'm gonna miss, but in the event that I have a guest at my house and they miss, then we could find their arrows easier. Let's see what the range is. Like 75 yards. And the thing about any of these targets, I can set myself forwards or backwards. Well, not so much forwards because I'll end up in the gorge, but this will be about a 75-yard target. So I think that's pretty good for this one. I'm gonna use my big black bear target. And then, yeah, it's got a pretty good dirt backstop that's soft. There's no big rocks here. Well, there's one back here, but nothing super huge rock-wise. We'll just put it right there. Oh, this was full of water. That was handy. How nice. So we'll use these. These are my next shortest segments of rebar. I did the really short ones on the coyote and the turkey. One thing about doing this in the spring is the ground is got a lot of moisture in it, so these rebar stakes are easy to drive. I wish they were shorter, but I don't know. Somewhere in my move, I lost my shorter rebar, or something's happened to it, and this is what I've got. So it's gonna be, come on, what it is. It is what it is. That thing's drove in a long way. This is like one of those call before you dig moments. Oh, I'm so funny. All right, let's give this a shot. I got those rebar stakes in pretty far into the ground. Go. That's not bad, actually. I got those in a lot farther than I anticipated. I'm sure glad that the ground is soft today. Frankie, this is a headless bear. Headless. What do you think? That is amazing. That's gonna be great. Man, I can't wait to see this whole thing when we get to the other side. I think that's gonna be perfect because there's plenty of backstop to catch arrows. There's a bird, if you want to film a bird.
It might have a white head.
Is it an eagle? Oh, it could be a pair of eagles. Look at him.
I think it is.
He's looking to eat Frankie, is what he's wanting to do. He's like, oh, give me that little tasty snack down there. So I think I had decided that if I do it just over this edge here, the benefit to that is a good backstop. So somewhere like right in here, and I still get a good angled shot, and my arrows will get caught if I miss. You can just set it right here, would work. Nope, I got this one off a little bit. So that one I'll keep. This one's gotta go right here. That's one thing about Wyoming versus Oregon. Oregon had rocky, you couldn't hit something in 6 inches in Oregon. Also, the problem in Wyoming is it's so soft. If there's any moisture in the ground, you're not driving anywhere. Unless you want to get stuck. But hopefully it'll stay in place. That looks pretty good. Looks pretty good. It's not horrible high. It's not on the ground. Could be worse. Let's see how it looks. I think it's gonna be good though. Gotta line up this front leg, get the back leg to cooperate. Look at that, that's perfect. All the way down, good angle, good backdrop. One more to go. Then we get to do the fun part, which is shoot. Last target is the antelope. And I'm gonna put it right here below this cow skull, which should be pretty good, I think. Uh-oh, it's broken. Well, maybe we won't put up the antelope one. Last target is set. I'm gonna go put away all my gear and grab my bow and do a little bit of shooting. It's pretty windy. I probably won't shoot a ton today, but I can't set up this great 3D course and not even shoot my bow. That would be ridiculous. So, a little more work, then some fun. The inaugural shooting of my 3D course. I can't believe it's taken me this long to put it together. It's pretty wild. But better late than never. And I get it set up just in time to do some practicing before TAC hits next month, which I'm gonna go to one event in South Dakota, which will be super fun. Looking forward to that. It's always a good time at those events. Like, you go shoot a course and then you realize like how much fun you have and you're like hooked. You wanna go shoot another one. And that's the whole point of like the TAC event, I feel like, is you shoot one and it sets it just enough to where you're like, I can't wait for tomorrow. Can't wait for the next one. But that's kind of shooting your bow in general. It's always fun. So I'm gonna do, for the first target, I'm gonna shoot the coyote, big angle, 25 yards. The problem I'm gonna have today is trying to balance my bow in all this wind. It is windy, extremely windy. But it's not a bad shot. It's right behind the front shoulder. It's too windy to engage the turkey. I can't even hold my sight on the turkey right now. So we're not shooting the turkey. Let's see if we can do the elk. Right in there. Okay, so we can do the pig. Pig's 44. That one was right in there too. Yep. 77. So I need to put 80 probably on. That's far! This is gonna be that ride or die moment. Say a little prayer for the bear. I heard foam. I heard foam. Whoop, whoop. Not a bad shot at 80. Yeah, baby. That's pretty awesome. Big ol', we got the 8-0 right there. That's an awesome feeling. All right, so let's go pull these things. This one is a little far forward in the shoulder, but not all in all a bad shot. And a big, steep, angled shot. This one, I kind of had to really remind myself to bend at the waist to get the right angle for this shot. So it's actually going to be a really good target for practicing. And I may even put a target in the bottom once the rainy season's over so I can get an even steeper angle. But this time of year, no. The elk target here is at 42 yards. And I got a 12 ringer, so that's awesome. Yay, good day. It's all good when it's in the 12. Oh boy. Got it. And the pig, I shot the pig in the stomach. So, you know, it is what it is. One more. We got to pull the bear at 80. And I'm just out of the box at 80. That sucks. I'm like, I don't know, 4 inches right at 80. But look at my up and down, it's perfect. But just outside. Ah, so close. But I'll take it because I hit the foam. I didn't miss the target. It's a win every time when you hit the foam and not the dirt. I feel so blessed to live somewhere like this. Like, look around how beautiful this is. I just put up my 3D archery course, shoot my bow. It looks like it is truly God's country. The grass is bright green, the sky is beautiful blue, little breeze. Some people call it wind. When you're in Wyoming, this is a breeze. It's a beautiful spring day. Can't get any better than this. And I'm fired up to keep shooting this all summer long in preparation for hunting season.
Across America, freedom is more than a word. It's a way of life. Generations of grit rest in the hands of those who build, defend, and sustain. Crafted to endure, tested in the wild, and relied upon at home, the next generation of the Ruger American Rifle is a bold evolution of precision and rugged reliability for responsible owners, today and for generations to come.